This is a Chuki Beat production.
You got a friend in me. Indeed you do. I've heard someone say that before. I'm trying to get the idea though. This is your WWE Extreme Clash of the Champions 2016 review. For some reason, almost said Extreme Rules. I don't know why. But yeah, this is Clash of Champions live review. We are here live, ladies and gentlemen, here on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/HeelSteven. And right from the get-go, I'm already botching. I'm botching like OK-Fave, like he did in his review already. God damn it. But yeah, guys, we are now live here. We'll be taking your live calls in just a little bit. We're going to discuss our thoughts on the pay-per-view, the good, the bad, and what was just plain old ugliness. And yeah, right off the start, guy, we thank you all tonight for tuning in live. As always, I am Heel Steven, Peruvian strong style himself, Dinka Cola Don, that fat fuck himself, and I'm here joined by the host of the unappreciated segment on the TEAMHEEL podcast itself, the one, the only, live from Sacramento, California, the one, Dave Sack. Dave, how are you? How are you, Dave?
Doing good. Interesting show. In comparison, I'm good. I'm good. Hello?
Indeed, we hear you, dude. We're live, dude. We're live in the making, dude.
Hello?
Dude, we're live. We hear you. The people hear you.
I thought there was a technical difficulty.
Dude, the people hear you. The people hear you. They hear you gloriously.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're glorious. Okay, you're glorious. I'll be very honest. For me, overall, there's a lot of people that say this show is bad. Oh my god, this was a garbage show. It felt like a 3-hour Raw. Listen, you gotta understand, when you have Monday Night Raw being 3 hours every single Monday night, of course, these filler pay-per-views, these network specials are gonna feel like 3 hours of Raw. It's gonna be that way. The only difference is on Raw, it's a 3-hour show with lots of filler inside, and this is all action, but it felt like a 3-hour Raw. However, with that being said, the card itself was passable. If we look at the match card, it was a passable card. Passable. Not saying it was the best card on the show, if you will, but it was passable, okay? However, if I'm going to give this a grade overall, I'm going to give it a C-, to be brutally honest.
Okay, Steve, but here's the question. In comparison, SmackDown versus Raw, first pay-per-view of the new era. Who wins round one?
I mean, obviously,
Backlash
obviously Backlash. But let's be real about it. Even if Backlash has better shows, or even though SmackDown has better pay-per-views, all you want, it doesn't change the fact that Raw is the A show. Raw is the show WWE gives more of a fuck about than SmackDown.
True.
Doesn't change that fact. Either way, the show itself, I'll be honest, it had its good moments. It had its moments that I just like, what the fuck? And then, I'll be honest, to me, it was just there. Again, if I'm going to give this show a grade, I'll give it a C. Put it this way, I gave Backlash a B-. I I give it a B minus, to be honest. But other than that, dude, how about you?
That's about right. That's about right.
How did you? What was your take overall on Clash of Champions?
I mean, I enjoyed it. I was looking forward to certain matches. I had feelings about others. I mean, a part of me, I did fantasy booking club, so I'll leave you the link after the video. You check it out, and you understand some of my fantasy booking. Because you laid down the gauntlet, Steven. You did. You laid down the gauntlet. Who could fix Roman Reigns? And I answered. I answered originally in a text on Facebook. With a post on Facebook. But then I made a video recently. And the video is very high def in detail. I cover Roman Reigns from the night Finn Balor drops the Universal title until WrestleMania 34. And Night of Champions would have been a very good spot for everything to go down, but they went the way they're going to go. And I think this was something that had to happen. We'll get into what I'm specifically talking about, but it was decent. I think the thing that I enjoyed the most was the match quality. There was less backstage segments and shit, but it's like.
Yeah, I hear you, dude. I hear
you. You know what I'm saying.
Reading the comments here. Hey, Steve, I can't wait to hear your views on tonight. Well, here we are finally. Wrestling with Reality, right? This show is garbage. Dynasty 215 writes, good in-ring shit finish story of the night. Good in-ring shit finish story of the night. Night of botches. Killer Demons night. Pay-per-view sucked. Dynasty 215. Rest in peace, Jose Fernandez. Rest in peace, by the way. Yeah. Very, very unfortunate. All right. But, again, let's get into the show. Let's get into the pay-per-view overall. We're not going to cover the fucking pre-show because let's be honest here, no one really watched it. I know I didn't watch it. To my understanding, Nia Jax won. What else is new, right?
I did.
You watched it? You brave
won,
soul.
But I'll say this, Alicia Fox. Yes, I did. Alicia Fox took the fight to her, how Bailey did when she beat her at Takeover.
Yeah, but you knew.
This was the first time Nia Jax looked like she was get her ass.
But you gotta understand though. One thing is Bailey.
I knew what was gonna happen.
I know that, but here's the thing though. One thing is Bailey giving you a fight against Nia Jax on a Takeover show in London, where the build-up is, hey, can Bailey overcome the odds? Another thing is someone in Alicia Fox fighting someone like Nia Jax, where Nia Jax is debuted on the main roster. You want her to be believable. You want her to be strong. You want her to go out there to eventually be competing with the likes of a Charlotte.
No. I understand that.
But I'm not finished, dude. I'm not finished. So reality is, but what's the purpose?
What I'm saying is, okay.
You gave her a fight. Guess what? So did do this shit that fought Cyborg yesterday. That girl gave Cyborg a fight, but not really. You know what I mean? So, I get what you mean though. But you know where this is gonna lead up to. I'm calling it now. By Survivor Series, she's gonna be.
Did you at least see the? Did you at least?
I saw the highlights. I saw the highlights on the network.
Did you at least see because they on the the highlights. So you know that it got to she beat her down to the point where she was able to hit her finisher on her. Alicia Fox hit her finisher on her, and that's saying something.
Yeah, it's saying that you gotta show this girl's human.
It's
you gotta show. You gotta show. Hey, this bitch can at least take a hit.
Yeah,
that's what you want to show.
This is the first time she's shown.
You know what I mean? It's not like, oh my god,
That's what I like. That they showed she could take a hit.
She kicked out. So that was cool to see. That was really cool to see.
I knew what was going to happen, though. So, yeah.
And I was watching the Eagles kill the Steelers. All right. I don't watch the American Handball League, but that's a story for another day. So, yeah, there you go. Then we had the first match of the night. The New Day versus the Club for the tag team title. Now, this is my problem with this match, okay? First and foremost, it goes under 10 minutes, okay, to kick off the show. Okay? You have the Club literally beating the living fuck out of the fucking New Day. This match was built for the fucking club to win the fucking tag team fucking titles. This was supposed to be their fucking night, but no. Let's give the W to the old shit day. Don't get me wrong. I like the New Day. I think they're an entertaining act, but I feel like the shit.
Because of the record.
Because the shit ran. But let's be honest here. The New Day, the shit ran its course. Okay, this shit should have died at SummerSlam. And I get what's going on. They're trying to break Demolition's record.
No, I agree.
It's fucking bullshit. And honestly, where does the club go from here? If anything, if I'm Anderson and Gallows, I'd be giving a call to Gato right now. I'd get him on the phone, please take us back to Japan. This is garbage. It's total bullshit.
The only thing I could see for the club is, honestly, I would get behind Seth Rollins. If you can't do Balor Club, try to do a Raw incarnation of the club with Seth Rollins.
But the problem is now,
make them all baby faces.
But the problem, you don't want to do that with the club though. You don't want to do that. You don't want to make him faces because again, the idea is right now, Seth Rollins is the baby face. That's the idea. You just can't put the club who are this devastating tag team in Japan who ran roughshod against everyone a babyface. You can't do that. That's like putting Tensai. Right. Remember when Tensai was fucking Tensai and he was a force to be reckoned with? He beat Cena, he beat Punk, and out of nowhere they fucking made him sweet tea. Like you just can't do that with the club. You can't. Because you show the purpose that every team, every person we bring from Japan is brought into America to be a joke. So you really can't do that. But overall, I thought this was a bullshit finish. I thought the club should have won tonight. It's total garbage. But you know what? It is what it is. You know what I mean? What are you gonna say?
The thing I don't like the most is that like prior to this match, like the club was being portrayed as a joke, doing the whole doctor gimmick and shit, and then they come in tonight and they're just like, okay, we're gonna be the same club that when we debuted at WWE, the club that we just come in and kick your ass, and it's like that club loses. I'm like, you're done.
It's bullshit.
Like, leave.
I mean,
at that point, I gave up.
Listen, if I'm the club right now, I'll be getting on the phone Tiger Tori. I'll be giving fucking Gato a call. Bring it back to Japan. This is bullshit right now. They left New Japan Pro Wrestling for this.
Like, what if they pull some?
I mean, you're not gonna tell me.
What if they pull some crap where like they have a rematch on Raw tomorrow?
But how many times have we seen that though? How many times have we seen? They don't win it on Monday, but on the pay-per-view, but they'll win it on Raw.
The only reason they would do that is...
I mean, it could be, but honestly...
The only reason they would do it on Monday is so then New Day reaches 400. It's so New Day reaches 400, and then they drop it. Like, even if they don't break Demolition's record, 400 is a solid number.
But you know that they are because WWE's bitter against them. You know that they are. It's gonna happen.
Because like, aren't they on that? Didn't Demolition join that group of all those wrestlers like Vito and everybody?
They did. Yeah, so of course they're gonna have the thing. All right, you want to do this way? Fuck it, we'll have them beat your record. It's gonna be broken. It's going to be, and as much as I guarantee, the moment it gets broken, a lot of you are gonna turn on the New Day. All of you right now who are on the Bootios and the unicorns and the colorful T-shirts, what have you, and are chanting, who, are the same ones who are going to turn on the fucking New Day. I'm calling it now. Moving on, we got T.J. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick for the Cruiserweight Championship.
You know who I think?
Go on.
That was a good match. Okay, what I was going to say is I think if New Day is going to hold it this long, I honestly think they're going to end up dropping it to the Revival. That's my last thoughts on the tag team match.
Yeah, but dude, they're on NXT right now. Let's not bring in no NXT tag team from old school into right now. All right, Takeover in a couple of weeks. Let's see what they do in Takeover. All right, bring in the comments right here. Wrestling with Reality. The club sucks. Right. TNA Couponer. I think the New Day will break Demolition's records. I hate it. So do I, buddy. I think Wrestling Reality writes here a bunch of comments. I think that's what they're Wanting to tease, sweet TLMAO. The club, regardless, sucks. Number 16, recipe 16 to Jose Rodriguez. I think Demolition title reign was better than the New Day, and I agree with that. Hey, booty tastes good. I mean, come on, but still, I mean, let's move on, all right? Cruiserweight title, TJ Perkins, formerly known as Manic, damn Dixie, versus Brian Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
I think the highlight here was TJ Perkins' entrance. His theme song had that Mega Man 1980s arcade vibe, if you will. The match is...
Yeah, very...
I
very
liked...
arcade.
Here's what I liked about this match. They gave them time. It wasn't put on the third hour. It was literally in the first hour. And I'll say this. So again, it's better. This match itself is better than that Fatal 4 from last Monday Night Raw. But it's completely different. This feels different from what I saw on the Cruiserweight Classic. And honestly, I don't know how to feel about it. I get it. You know what? They're on the main roster now. They're being, micromanaged of what they can do, what spots they can't do. Where like on the Cruiserweight Classic, they were fucking able to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do on Full Sail to please that Full Sail crowd. I think the crowd overall was dead for this, to be honest. Because again, not everyone knows who TJ Perkins is.
I think. Well, this is WWE's fault because from what I've heard is that TJ was he was backstage on Raw, and like he tweeted like pictures of what he was gonna wear coming out and everything. They should have at least had him on commentary or did a stare down after the match, after the 4-way, and they didn't do it. And it's like, how are you supposed to know anything about your champion if he has to defend the belt that week?
I think what
like
it
later
is.
The week.
I
like
think
they
what
did
it
nothing to really.
I think what it is, dude, what it comes down to is, they want you guys to sub to the network to check out the Cruiserweight Classic.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want you guys to do. If you really want to see what this guy is really all about, then I recommend you guys subscribe to the WWE Network and check out the Cruiserweight Classic. What the fuck this guy did, the guy that he's beaten. I'll say this, so overall I thought the match was a very exciting match. Am I the only one who does not like Perkins' finisher? Because to me, honestly, the leg lock seems very, very generic as a finisher. To me at least, just to me. You know what I mean? At the same time, I get
like,
what.
When he did the Muda lock, that was. I would have rather him do the Muda lock.
What was that?
What?
I didn't hear what you said, but you cut off.
I was saying, I think like the Muda lock looked more impressive. The Muda lock that he did, it was way more impressive than his actual finisher. When he dabbed with it.
Yeah, I mean, the dab, I'm not really big on the dab, but that's just me, of course. This is my humble opinion. Just check out Twitter as well here. People are tweeting me out.
That's his thing.
I heard you, dude. Getting a lot of notifications on Twitter. People checking out this. Thank you guys again. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @HeelSteven. And we'll be taking your live call in just a little bit, guys. So hold on with this after we get to this review. But overall, I'm happy that Perkins got the win. It's great. Don't get me wrong. Kendrick held his own here. You know what I mean? But it's good to see the veterans put over the young talent. Right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. All right. Moving right along. Here we go to the fucking final match in the best of 7 series. Okay. We had Cesaro versus Sheamus.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm going to say this overall about this match. For a match that I really had no interest in seeing.
I like this. And
two guys, to just be honest, I have no interest in seeing them wrestle anymore. I thought this match was probably the best match out of all the 7 matches. Probably the best one. And I get what they did. I know a lot of people were, it was a bullshit finish. What happened? I get it.
Yeah. I think that this was...
The last thing you want to do is you want them both to go out strong. One didn't pin the other. So, hey, you know what? Let's do some ending where fucking Cesaro does a fucking tope suicide with a
Right.
middle rope as he's going through the flip through the middle rope, lands on his fucking head. On his fucking head. Continues the match, and then he gets hit in the head again as he's
That was crazy.
lariats him through the barricade. It made sense. But my only thing is this, though. Okay, this is my only problem with this overall. If the idea is that Cesaro got hit in the head, right? Why oh why is he the one that wants to continue the fight? Because here's the thing about it, right? If you got hit in the head, right? Multiple times, right?
That I don't understand.
If you land on your head, wouldn't it assume that you can't move anymore? You're out. You're just knocked out completely. So why is the guy that got hit in the head consistently is the one that wants to continue fighting? That gets back on his feet.
Exactly.
Like nothing happened to him. But the guy that didn't get hit in the head, that guy that pretty much didn't have that suicide dive, which did like a modified 619. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying it was a bad match, but just those small little dudes. What's up, Chase? How you doing, brother?
Like,
and not only that, but then manages to do multiple moves, then to a neutralizer. Like nothing happened to him. Nonetheless, it was a good match. Anything else you want to add to
the
this,
main thing, like I like the match quality, the whole performance and everything, but I think that like the whole main problem of it all was the build that whoever wins the best of 7 gets a title opportunity. Now that works with the whole gimmick of the pay-per-view being Clash of Champions, you know, but it's like to ruin that by having it be like a no contest, and now the actual conclusion will probably be on Raw tomorrow or something.
Probably will be, dude. Probably will be.
You, because it's like this was on the like I'll accept Jericho versus Zayn as like your only match that's not even title related, but it's like they basically took their one match that doesn't have a belt, but a belt is involved in the match, and basically said, yeah, this isn't gonna happen on the pay-per-view. That's all about championships. You know, it was a big fuck you.
Alright, dude. But yeah, moving on, dude, from this. Overall, I want to hear you guys talk in the comment threads. We'll be taking your live call in just a little bit. We want to hear from you guys. I know a lot of you have a lot to say, so let's carry on with this overall. After we had Chris Jericho and Sami Zayn, I'll be honest, I didn't watch much of this match because I went to get food, but it's everything I expected that Jericho won. Why? I don't know. Why did he win is beyond me. Like, what does him winning benefit from this? You get what I'm going with this almost? Like, it to me, this didn't make sense. If anything, where does Sammy go from here?
What it does is, let me put it to you like this. I honestly think Sammy is, they're slowly distancing him away from Kevin Owens by having him lose. If he were to win, then it's just like, okay, now I beat Kevin Owens, bitch. Kevin, I want another match with you. You know, and it's like they need, like, the fact that they didn't get separated in the draft, it's like they have to find a way to keep them separate so when they rehash the feud, it can stay fresh. And it's like by having him lose, there will be another match most likely between him and Jericho, or even better, there's probably going to be a triple threat or fatal 4-way at the next pay-per-view. But it's like, I mean, if it was me, I would just do whatever I can to push Zayn back even further away, and then I would make it so he's like in the final 4 of the Royal Rumble. So it's like if Kevin Owens holds his belt all the way to Mania, like that's one of those guys you could really get behind. And it's like Sami Zayn has so much charisma, and I know this is a long shot talking about the Rumble and stuff already, but it's just like You push him so far away that it's like when you don't have much for that type of person to do it, but it's someone you can get behind. That's someone you want to win the Rumble, you know. And it's just like that's just my idea. It's like either I mean like Money in the Bank that already happened, so it's like he can't do that. So that's the only thing I could think of.
I
It's
get
like
you.
push him down the card and don't get him lost in the shuffle, but you want to see him succeed, but it's not time yet.
Interesting, man. Very interesting on that.
Yeah,
But honestly, it means when I think why did Jericho win from this? I don't know
that's what
why,
I think.
but it is what it is. Moving on from here, we get to
Hmm.
with a three-way triple threat match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. I don't know why they're calling it the Raw Women's Championship. It's so generic name. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks and Bailey. I thought overall this match was a very good match. For a lot of people, this is
It
probably
shouldn't
the
have
match.
happened.
I agree, it shouldn't have happened. This was
Good
arguably the
match,
match of
but
the yeah, it was probably the best match on the whole entire card. But with that being said, for a lot of you, again, this was probably the
hmm
best match on the card all you want. They had a lot of good in-ring psychology, but I feel like this match was missing something. It was missing a
hmm
certain touch. I felt like some of the moves were all over the place. It could have been way much better. It could have been way much better. I think honestly, I think I was saying this. I think Connor
Yeah,
was saying this in the post Raw rundown on his show on every Monday night after Raw. That if you would have waited till like Survivor Series or the Royal Rumble for this match, awesome. Obviously, you know where they're gonna go with this. Eventually, the plan is to have Sasha go heel, get the belt,
yeah,
and go on to WrestleMania to face Bayley for the championship. I see that happening a mile away. But I think this right here is something you don't do on a filler on a filler pay per view.
that does sound like the plan.
You could have easily done Sasha and Charlotte 2 or 3, or the fuck it is now, right? And on the pre-show, because they love to add matches on pre-show, right? You could have done Bayley versus Dana
Yeah,
Brooks on the pre-show, where there's no win-win or no lose-lose. It's whatever. You know what I mean? That's just my
yeah,
take on that. What do you think, bro?
but the the problem is they're slowly. The problem is they're slowly turning Dana Brooke face, and honest to goodness, she's the next one in line for the title. I hate to say that, but it looks like. Let me put the best analogy in regards to wrestling for this is think Ted DiBiase and Virgil.
Oh no, don't
That's
ever,
what we're ending
dude.
up with.
I know Dana's green as shit in the ring, but
Dana Brooke is Virgil.
don't put her as Virgil, dude. Don't say she's Virgil. Don't say she's Virgil, dude. Never say that.
Did you see how many people cheered when she slapped Charlotte?
Yeah, but don't call her Virgil.
I mean, like that's just a good analogy of the story that's being told. You know.
You could have called her the caddy. I mean, you know what I mean?
All right. Well, the point that I'm just
okay. She's fucking
yeah.
fucking
Okay. Yeah. Okay. She's Dolph Ziggler, the caddy to Kerwin White.
no, she's
She's the caddy to Kerwin White.
no. Who's the fucking guy from
There.
who was Tensai a couple years ago? Yamamoto, Komodo. There you go.
Oh,
that.
yeah. That guy who, whenever Tensai lost, he beat him up.
Yeah, that's what he was in my eyes, in my opinion.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I just honestly, and this would have been a honestly, I think what should have happened, and this is what I really wanted. I didn't do a prediction video, but if I did, I would have said this to kind of tie all the. Because one thing that SmackDown does right with their women is, even though they have multiple stories going on, they find a way to tie them together. And I think it would have been a perfect thing to kind of tie this all together. They do the pre-show match between Alicia Fox and Nia Jax, and she just annihilates them. And then right before the women's match happens, Nia Jax lays out Bayley, and so it becomes a one-on-one. Either that, or like she finds a way to replace her. And so it sets up because Nia Jax is completely done with Alicia Fox now, so that would have set up Bailey versus Nia, and I would have been okay with that. It's just like just give me something where like it makes it so the women's wrestling would have been. It is entertaining, but it gives a little more in depth. Plus, it's like sometimes you need a little bit more chaos. Knowing, okay, we got this new woman on the scene, she's a dominant force. Why in the heck is she laying out Bailey when she's got a title match? They haven't even crossed paths on the show, and it's just like doing that does two things. One, it shows her dominant force, but two, it prolongs Bailey on the title chase. And it's like everybody loved Bailey chasing the title more than her actual title run in NXT.
I hear you. But you know what? I think overall, again, a good match.
You feel me?
It just missed a couple things. And you know what? They should have done this shit at the Royal Rumble or at Survivor. Because now, you know what's going to happen? They're going to do this shit again. I guarantee you by Survivor Series or the Rumble, it is not going to have that same spark. The fucking... They fucking spoiled it way too fast, if you will.
Well, next is Hell in a Cell for them.
Yeah, but come on, you're not gonna have the fucking women in a Hell in a Cell. I've heard reports that they're planning to have one of these pay-per-view and with the women closing the show. But you're not gonna have them in the Hell in a Cell.
No, I know.
No. I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, what about Hell in a Cell with the women?" No, they're not doing that shit. They're not. Let's move on now.
They're not gonna do.
Let's get now to the main
event. No, that's
event.
just the name of the event, man.
I know that. But some people do this whole women revolution bullshit. Oh, they're gonna have a Hell in a Cell. No, they're not gonna have that shit.
Yeah.
Let's move on now to the co-main event of the evening, which easily could have main evented, in my opinion, for the United States Championship. Roman Reigns versus Rusev Machka,
right,
accompanied by Lana, because you know what Lana spells backwards. Oh, yeah. I'll be honest, I thought there was a very kick-ass match. And I'm not just saying that because, I'm a Roman fan, whatever. What? Dude, you're cutting off.
When Lana came out early before the match, I saw her Twitter, what's it called, the Twitter handle or whatever. And if you read the whole thing backwards, that's pretty funny. So it's not just anal, it's anal.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just realized that today.
Interesting. But overall, though, I thought, the match itself was a very kick-ass match. I thought that they went out there, they did their thing. You know what? There's a lot of you out there that are not happy with the finish. To be honest, I'll say this right now. I thought Rusev should have won. I thought Rusev should have been the one to walk out still with the belt, have a bullshit. If there's any match that needed a bullshit ending, it should have been this one. That's just my opinion. What do you think?
Not the tag team championship with the fucking Francesca.
No. What I mean bullshit finish, I mean like no ending. There's no winner. There's no loser.
It was a good match. Okay.
Dude, is there a delay in your Skype call?
Dude, if that would have happened, that would have been the second.
Dave.
That would have been the second match for them in a row.
Dave, is there a delay in your Skype?
I think so.
I'll tell you what, hang up and I'll call you back in.
I think so.
I'm gonna hang up and call you back. All right. All right. I'm calling back. I think he has like some delay on his Skype right now. It's getting a little weird, but we'll work through this. All right, we'll work through this shit. Yeah, but overall, listen, Rusev and all right,
hello.
You good now?
Hello.
You're good.
What the heck?
Dude, I hear you.
I think I am. Yeah, I'm good.
All right,
I can hear you right away.
Good. We're good now. But again, I feel like if there's any match on this card that should have had a bullshit ending, it should have been this one, in my personal opinion.
So we're talking the U.S. Championship.
Yes, we are. Like I said before, if there's any match that needed a bullshit finish,
like,
it should have been this one.
I agree on that part, but it's just like you can't do too many of them, and their last match was SummerSlam, so doing it back to back for pay-per-views for them, that would have, like, I don't know, it would have been a weird feeling, but at the same time, it's like, what do you do? It's like, I wanted Rusev to walk out as champion and beat Roman clean, but then it's like, because there's more possible faces to take on Rusev, but there's less possible heels outside of Rusev for the U.S. Championship. Like the only person I can think of other than Rusev is Sheamus. They don't really. That's the one main problem about Raw. They don't have a whole lot of mid card guys to go for their belt, yet they do on SmackDown. That's the thing that I don't like.
I hear you, man. But you know what? Overall, Roman Reigns, the new U.S. champion. So keep this.
Raw needs somebody new.
So peep this. So peep this. So in this match, Roman goes for the spear. Lana pulls the referee out. He gets kicked out of the match. And then all the thing that happened, Rusev had Roman in the accolade. He was one of the few men to actually get out of the accolade. They made a big deal out of it, right? Because it was Roman. And he ended up winning the U.S. title. Look at the bright side, people. Look at the bright side. Roman Reigns is going to make the U.S. title great again. That's the way I look at it, to be honest. If anything, if there's anything that's coming out of this as well, look at the bright side. Look at the bright side now. If they want to do something different here, he should go out there every single Monday night and do an open challenge to the new era. There you go. That's what I do. Has it been done before, right? I'm just kidding. I know it's been done before. I know.
All right. I'm just going to say this. Because I think this is the only thing that's going to save that U.S. title with Roman Reigns holding it. And this is a preview, a little snippet from when I did my fantasy booking for Roman. Only thing I could think that he could do while he's holding that belt, he could give a speech down the line when it's getting closer to Royal Rumble, and because I know he's gonna hold that belt for a while. By the time Royal Rumble's coming up, he can call out Brock Lesnar, because he needs to either beat Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship or beat him before he challenges for either that or the World Heavyweight Championship again. And even though Brock Lesnar has no business even touching a mid-card belt because he doesn't need it, what if Roman Reigns had to defend it? Think about that for a minute. Roman Reigns defending the U.S. Championship at the Royal Rumble against Brock Lesnar.
I mean, to be fair, it could happen.
That alone,
I'm not saying
the U.S. Championship up a few levels. I'm not saying they're gonna do that. It could happen. I mean, that would be the one.
But they're not gonna do that. That would be the one
match that would have to go to another.
But I think if anything, I don't think Roman's the guy to beat Brock. I don't think.
I know they're not gonna do it.
I know that, but what I'm saying is, I don't think Roman is the guy to beat Brock. Keep this in mind. They've already had matches already. They had one at WrestleMania 31, which was a very good match. Then at fucking Fastlane last year. Remember? Yeah. So it was early this year. They had a match at Fastlane. I'll be honest. I don't think Roman is the guy.
Fastlane, man.
Yeah, it was a 3-way match. It was him. It was Roman versus Dean versus Brock. The winner would have faced Triple H for the championship. The point is, though, I don't think that Roman is the guy to beat Brock.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
You know. But let's get on to the main event now.
Yeah, I just I thought that was because I mean you got to remember with 31. Yeah, okay, whatever.
All right, let's get down to the main event. I know you're having some.
Let's do this main event time.
And after we'll take some call. I know you're having some delay on the Skype call, whatever. So fuck it. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. Good match. I enjoyed it for what it was. The ending, I kind of, whatever. Jericho came out and he pretty much helped. Pretty much, what it came off as is Chris Jericho holding Kevin Owens' hand to a victory. That's how it came off as to me. And it makes sense because, hey, he's a heel. They're a heel tag team. That's his best friend. There's a moment where they go for the pop-up powerbomb. Rollins gets out of it in the air, hits the referee. He pedigrees Kevin Owens. The referee's laying there. He's laying there, like, mind you, right? And then out of nowhere, Jericho comes out. Rollins does like the suicide dive on both guys, and then they bring out a referee. Stephanie brings out the referee. And then Owen does a pop-up powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Owen retains. But what I'll say also in the beginning of the match, I liked how Owen was working Rollins' knee. So there you go. What do you got to say about it, Dave Sack?
I didn't just like that. The one thing I do like about it is, and this is a very, very interesting similarity between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Like not just Chris Jericho now, but Chris Jericho going back to like the Ruthless Aggression era. He was always that guy who, if he was taking control of the match and was being dominant at the time, he would brag about it. He would be beating you up and constantly talking to you, and so you knew this was an asshole. And that's the great thing about Kevin Owens. He is an asshole champion, and he will beat you up and he will talk to you. He'll talk down to you during the whole match. And it's like he was doing that this entire match, and it really made. I'm not 100% behind Seth Rollins as a face yet, but it made me like kind of feel for him in a way that, okay, yeah, this is the good guy, and he is getting beat down by a bad guy. So it did its job in telling the story, and that's one thing I really like about the similarities and how interesting it is that they paired Jericho with Kevin Owens, not just because they're Canadians. It's like there's similarities in traits. So that in the performance was top notch. I mean, Kevin Owens did go through. He tried to dive on Rollins, but he went through a table. But overall, it was a good thing. The only thing that I think was missing from tonight's pay-per-view, because there was word going around the internet, Seth Rollins is supposed to have new music pretty soon. I thought that was going to debut tonight.
I heard about that too. Maybe if anything, they'll probably wait for it some other time. You know what I mean? I heard they're gonna have some lyrics to it too. They're gonna be lyrics to the song, so one would only assume, right?
Probably Survivor Series.
Could very well be, dude. Who knows? At this point in juncture. But overall, though, I thought again, it is what it is. Kevin Owens retains, and still. All right, guys. So you guys, we'll be up for a couple more minutes. Take some quick calls, 1 or 2 calls, maybe 3 at the latest. So you guys want to call in right now? The phone lines are open. Call in right now, 718-473-0813. Give it your thoughts on the pay-per-view. What's up, Elaine? I see you're in the chat right now. How are you, girl? But again, guys, if you want to call in right now, it's 718-473-0813. The lines are officially open. Now, I gotta tell you, overall, I thought this was an amazing pay-per-view. I thought the matches... All right. I'm trying to do my best Howard Cosell impersonation. It obviously is not working at all, but that is around the point. In case you guys are wondering,
who?
You don't know who Howard Cosell was? I know there's a delay.
No.
You've never heard of Howard Cosell? One of the greatest sports commentators in the history.
Not at all, man.
Wow, you're late. All right. Let's get him in here. I'll tell you what. Hold. Dave, I'm going to call you back, all right? I'm going to call you back, all right? This is so weird right now. This is fucking weird. This is so weird right now. I don't know what's going on with Skype right now. 1 second, guys. Bear with me here. Bear with me here. Bear with me here. Bear with me here, guys. Bear with me. I'm trying to get Dave back into this call. There you go. All right, guys. Yeah, you're back. You're back. You're back. I'm a bit late. I can't wait to see, by the way, Elena is uploading a video. Yeah, I'm just having issues with Skype connection. But guys, if you want to call in again. We should have this working by now. Here we go. Call fail. It's weird. How did the call fail? That's weird. How am I? That's weird. That's so fucking weird right now. God, that's weird. What the fuck's going on? I can't take live calls right now, apparently.
Hey, Steven, so I was listening to another podcast, and someone asked about Nakamura, and they asked what would make for a better in-ring debut on the main roster for him.
Dude, give me a second.
Beating The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship or winning the Royal Rumble.
Bro, give me a sec here, dude. Give me a sec here, alright? Give me a sec here, alright? I'm calling you back, alright? Alright? That's weird. 903, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, Weston from Wrestling with Reality.
So you're no longer the Angry Mark, huh?
Nah, that dude's dead, man. Besides, he sucked. He wasn't going anywhere.
It happens, dude. It happens. So what's up with you, brother? How you been?
I mean, good. Feeling a little sleepy after Clash of Champions.
I hear you. I hear you, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, what a terrible show, though. Like, and yeah, it did feel like a 3-hour Raw. Like, and notice how like I don't know if that set's expensive or whatever, but the one thing that we actually wanted that he's not doing right now is the different pay-per-view sets. You know what I mean? Like they think this one entrance or ramp or whatever. I think that
Hello?
you know.
Yeah, Dave. Hold on, Dave.
You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh.
Just that Dave has a delay. Dave has a delay on his end, so just bear with him. He has a delay. Couple seconds delay. So continue on, Wilson. Continue on.
All right.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. But yeah, I don't know if they think it's too cool to the point where they don't need, you know, the special pay-per-view sets or whatever, but it's just like, you know, you don't want to overstay, like, you don't want to overdo it, right? You don't want to have the same set every show, then it's going to happen again what was happening to you guys before the draft. And Cesaro versus Sheamus, I hope that series is over, and I found it funny that the crowd literally, like, for some reason, they gave a holy shit chant just because Cesaro almost killed himself. Like,
I mean, what can I say?
I could. What was that?
What can I say, brother? It happens.
Yeah, I couldn't help but laugh. And then Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, that was like a whatever match. You know, I'm still getting mixed signals from Seth Rollins. I don't know if he's heel or face. I mean, granted, he's done more face stuff lately, but I don't know. There's something about him that, you know, that's missing. You know what I mean? Like, there's something about him that just needs to be solidified as a face. The opening match, New Day, I know some people are going to be mad about the New Day retaining, but let's be real, the club's overrated. They're not, you know, they're not what people think they are. They're basically just boring guys that throw up hand signals. Like, Jesus Christ. So, you know, I'm open to New Day dropping the titles. I just don't want them to drop it at the clubs, and they're so boring and so disinteresting. Like you were joking. I don't know if you were joking, but you were saying, you know, that they should call that one guy, whatever, go back to Japan. And to that, I say, please. I'll even buy your freaking tickets to go back to Japan. I'm being serious. That's how boring you guys are. And the New Day, they're still over, though. As much as people don't like them right now, for some reason, they're still over. The crowd goes freaking ape shit when they see him.
they're highly selling merchandise.
Right.
They're highly
And
selling merchandise. That's the whole thing. It's like I the main problem is that there isn't another big enough like heel team to take the belts off of New Day. So I mean, like the club has to be the team. If there's, I'm gonna do those. It'd be so degrade. You talk about the club being a joke. It will be considered so degrading if New Day drops it to the Shining Stars. Think about that. Do you really want New Day to drop it to the Shining Stars?
well,
Because it's either that or a new team has to come up. And this is why that's why I mentioned the revival earlier. Like
that's
I
that's
know
sort of
we
my
don't like to talk NXT, but it's like Raw needs a new heel team.
yeah. They and that's sort of my problem with the Bullet, with the club, whatever you want to call them. Like they've lost so many times to the New Day to the point where if they did win, it would come off like a fluke. Cause like seriously, you guys had like 6 tries and now you finally beat them. Like come on, man.
Yeah.
What can I say? What can I say, man? It happens, brother. It happens.
Yeah. And the 3-way between Bailey, Sasha, and Charlotte just came off so boring and bland. I was so disinterested there at that whole thing. That's one of the matches where I almost fell asleep. Which is why I'm kind of talking weird because I'm feeling a little sleepy. But yeah, and let's see, what else is on there? Oh yeah, Rusev versus Roman. I agree with Steven. Rusev should have won here because it really would have solidified him as a heel, and it would have made him look a lot more dangerous considering how people view Roman nowadays. But the funny part about this is, I think if Roman has a few good matches with the U.S. title thing, it's gonna be like a Cena thing, where people end up cheering him because they're like, man, look at him, he can pull out good matches.
Happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And the
say
last,
I'm gonna say one
but
thing about Roman winning the U.S. Championship. It instantly that's an instant prediction that Sheamus is gonna win the Best of 7 series. Like he's gonna win, and then he's gonna get a shot at the U.S. title.
Oh, we need that again.
yeah. And the last one to talk about, I believe, was Jericho versus Sami Zayn. Steven, to be honest, I think I heard what your thoughts on it, but to be honest, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get sympathy behind Sami Zayn, which is not really working on the main roster. I think that's what they're trying to build him into another super underdog, like like we need one of those, but it's not working. It's really not. To be honest, Sami Zayn's another one of those guys that, to be honest, he's just boring and overrated as shit, man. I don't see what other people see in him. I really don't.
What can I say, brother? It happens. Each
Yeah.
their own.
Yeah. So overall, I give the show. This is the first time in a long time. I think maybe the first time ever that I've actually gave a show a 0 out of 10. I was not entertained by it whatsoever. I laughed a few times at things that were so bad they were funny, but it was still like 3 times. So yeah.
All right, man. We gonna take a couple more calls, all right, brother?
All right.
Take it easy, man.
Peace out, guys. Remember, never wrestle with reality.
Okay, we'll take that into consideration. Never wrestle reality. Peace. All right, that was very interesting, wasn't it? Never wrestle with reality. What's up, midgets? By Broken Kevin Nash. Need to drop in their tag titles to Sheamus and Cesaro? May very well could be. Hold up, I'm gonna introduce this new caller, right, Dave? Oh shit, I fucked up. Damn, God, these people on Skype right now trying to call me up right now and shit. Sometimes it has benefits, sometimes it doesn't. But again, guys, if you want to call in right now, call in right now. The lines are open. The lines are free. You won't be billed. Believe me. Speaking of which, just so you guys know. Hold up, we have a caller here. 763, you're on the air. Hello? Okay, that was really weird. But again, guys, if you want to call in right now, that's very weird, though. I can't add Dave to the damn call. It's so fucking weird. So fucking weird. The fuck? This is so weird right now. My damn Skype's acting up right now. "773", you're on the air.
Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Michael Corbin, how are you, buddy?
Doing okay, I guess.
What you been
I
up
was
to,
laid
buddy?
off earlier in the week, so, trying to find a job. But
So, did you enjoy the pay-per-view, by the way, Corbin?
from what I saw, it was like an okay edition of Raw. Really, it felt like Sunday Night Raw. Is what it felt like.
I feel like Sunday Night Raw. Okay. May I ask, what match did you enjoy the most, if anything?
Probably the women's match. That was one I saw all. Hello?
Yeah, excuse me. Dave's on delay right now, so just keep that in mind. He has like a 10-second delay on Skype, so.
So what did you ask me again before you?
What happened?
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, what was the question again?
What match did you at least enjoy?
What match? I enjoyed the triple threat women's title match the most. That was actually pretty fun to watch for a little bit. So I was kind of thought Charlotte was going to. I just figured going in Charlotte was going to win. I was right. So it was pretty fun to watch. Thanks for Sasha didn't take too many stupid bumps tonight, so that was kind of fun. That was actually good that she didn't try to fucking kill herself. So, what match did you enjoy the most?
I'll say if anything the main event.
Well, that's right. You're a big Kevin Owens fan, aren't you?
Damn right I am. Damn right.
Hi, Kevin.
Damn right I am.
Yeah, I didn't watch the main event.
How the hell you not watch the main event, Michael Corbin?
I have no interest in Kevin Owens as champion, and I don't really have any interest in seeing Seth Rollins wrestle for the championship. Plus, I had some other stuff I had to do, more personal stuff that I had to attend to, so I just checked out the pay-per-view early.
If I'm going to SmackDown Live in New York, I don't know about that yet. I don't know about that. Could be. Just never know.
Do you think I wanted to ask you guys, I don't know if you guys actually...
Probably going to No Mercy.
Okay. You're in No Mercy, okay. But what were you going to say? What were you going to say, though, Corbin? What are you going to say, buddy?
I want to ask you guys about the tag title match. Do you guys think the Club are pretty much donezo after this loss? Because they've been losing pretty much all the time, non-stop since they've been on the main roster for the most part. I'm pretty sure. I think they had like maybe one win somewhere. I think it was against the New Day. I think before SummerSlam or something. Maybe one. I'm not really sure, but is it kind of safe to say they're buried or they're pretty much fucking done as like any sort of credible team at all at this point?
Well, I see what you mean, dude. I think to me, the Club should have won tonight. Tonight should have been the right to win. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. And it's very unfortunate, because it makes you think now, where the fuck do they go from here? You know what I mean?
That's kind of what I was asking. Like, do you think they're like, I mean, are they done? Should the company just basically ship them back to New Japan for right now because of what they've? I don't really know what they can do with them from here, because the tag titles, I thought if they won them tonight, it would have probably at least given them some new life, and they could have actually started to fix the problem. what they have with the club, with them not doing anything with them consistently. But
There,
Could be.
there is something that you can do with the club.
which is
The one thing you can do with the club is because recently they decided to switch up Jack Swagger and put him on SmackDown. Uh,
yeah.
they haven't really announced like trades, but like they can pull it off as a trade. And honestly, I would prefer to have the club come in as a surprise at No Mercy, and then for some reason after American Alpha finally beats the Usos, send the Usos to Raw.
Nah.
Hmm.
It could, but I mean,
That
who knows
could
at this
work,
point?
but I mean that's quite a ways down the line, and who knows what they're going to do with with Gallows and Anderson uh, by then.
No Mercy's only in
Well,
like 2 weeks.
oh yeah, forgot. Just,
That's all.
oh. Some of the interviews, all the interviews are starting to blend in together. I completely forgot that they actually had another one in 2 weeks. Jesus Christ!
Yep.
All this whole thing about all the
Yep.
interviews are just
That's
blending
why I
together.
was saying if you could pull it off like that.
Well, still, I mean, it is 2 weeks, and it's kind of a long. It's at least, yeah, I suppose they could, but I don't know. It feels like they're going to drag out American Alpha and the Usos quite a bit, but that could work if they just decided to bring the club to SmackDown. But I don't know. I really think that they could be kind of good
Because
for Raw. I don't know,
AJ's
but
a
maybe it's a
heel.
well.
AJ's a heel, and it would just be a way for him to retain.
I suppose actually would be, I guess, more beneficial to AJ in the long run, but as well as the club probably, because I think the SmackDown actually does seem to give a shit more about people, and they have less people to work with, so that means they can probably give their attention to more people at once.
Yeah. Listen,
more often,
whoever
but
I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
say, I want to say, whoever's calling right now, this 763 number right now. Listen, we're at the call. Wait for that "do not call in yet" sign to go away, then call in. As you record,
Yeah,
I
okay.
apologize. I apologize for that, Corey.
Anyways, yeah. So also I wanted to actually, since the New Day retained tonight, and they're as of now, they're pretty much going to go into Raw as having the tag titles for 400 days. I'm starting to think, and I've been thinking this for a while, that they've been retaining so much, and since Demolition is a part of that, big giant lawsuit that's against the company with a bunch of former ex wrestlers, some who worked for the
Yeah,
company, some
they
who
are.
never worked for the company.
If you're wondering,
You think they're actually?
yeah, they are. They are. You can just tell. If
Yeah,
tonight didn't
I
show
think
that,
they are.
they are. They are totally gonna go through with that. Do I agree with it? No, but hey, what can you do, bro? At this point in juncture.
I'm not saying I'm saying it's a bad thing for New Day, but I don't think they need the belt anymore. I mean,
I agree.
but
I think tonight, like I said before, and I hate coming off like a broken record here. Tonight should have been the night that the club walked out with the titles, but what can you do?
yeah, they should have, but I guess they're just gonna have the New Day keep those belts for another 79 days, and then I don't know what's gonna happen from there. Hopefully they lose them, but I mean, yeah, Demolition's no longer going to if they can. I'm assuming they're going to keep this up because why else are they having New Day reign for so long? I mean, they clearly don't need the belts anymore, and belts are usually used as props to get people more popular with the crowd, either as if they're good guys or bad guys. New Day are clearly at the point where they don't need the titles to be relevant anymore. You could still have them be challengers or something to them, but I don't really think they need them. I think a team like Gallows and Anderson, if you're really going to try and put something behind them as a villainous tag team, they could probably use a run with the belts, but I don't know. But anyways, just wanted to give my thoughts on that. The pay-per-view as a whole kind of felt like a just a Sunday edition of Raw. kind of a chore to sit through. A few good things, but nothing really noteworthy to talk about. So, thanks for having me on. I'm gonna get the heck out of here and let you guys take the call.
All right, bro. Take it easy. All right.
You too, Steven. Take it easy.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. Hey, Dave, you there? Dave. Dave.
Yeah,
Da-
I'm here.
Listen, I'm gonna call
I'm
you
here.
back. I'm gonna call you back. All right.
What?
I'm gonna call you back. All right. Dave. Your connection is shit, Dave. Because it is. His connection is shit right now, but that's just my opinion right now. But anywho, you know what? I'm just gonna wrap up the show now. All right, 'cause I'm having connection issues and it's annoying right now. So thank you all for tuning in live, and we'll catch you on next time. Peace.